Hi everyone, welcome back to Epic Halo. In today's video, we'll be looking into the 10 biggest reasons Muslim women wear hijab. The hijab, or head covering, can be worn by many women, including Muslim, Christian, Hindu, or Jewish women, for example. But wearing the hijab is done for many reasons that you may not be aware of. Starting off at number 10, a sign of respect. Not all women choose to wear the hijab. Some women wear alternative versions known as head coverings, headscarves, or head wraps. In many instances, women don't cover their heads consistently for religious purposes, but instead as a sign of respect or obligation. For example, many women choose to or are asked to wear a head covering when entering certain places of worship. I personally have worn a head covering on multiple occasions when visiting a variety of places of worship in my travels to various countries. Even my late grandmother would wear a headscarf as a sign of respect whenever she went to church service. In other cases, when traveling to a country where it is the law for women to cover, a visiting woman would certainly cover as a sign of respect to the local culture, but also due to the obligation of the local laws. Up next, we have asserting an identity. Wearing the hijab is also a tool used by many women in asserting identity. French and British colonizers encouraged Muslim women to remove the veil and emulate European women. Consequently, in North African and Middle Eastern countries, the veil became a symbol of national identity and opposition to the West during independence and nationalist movements. Today, some women wear the hijab to signal pride in their ethnic identity and history and to send the message that they will not be changed to simply blend in with the masses. This is particularly important for hijab is living in countries where there has been an increase in prejudice, religious and cultural intolerance, and Islamophobia. Up at number 8, we have comfort. Some women just feel more comfortable wearing the hijab. Number 7, to be closer to God. For many religious women, wearing a hijab is not merely seen as a piece of cloth or head covering, but it is also a command from God. So, in the purest form, wearing the hijab or head covering is simply obeying God's command. Number 6, modesty. In many cases, women wear the hijab or cover their heads to shield the beauty of their hair, which in turn helps reduce the temptation and advances of others. A woman's hair can also be seen as her crown, something to be protected. By the way, wearing a hijab or hair covering is only one way of practicing modesty. Other efforts include wearing modest clothing that does not showcase the shape of the body, as well as covering the arms, legs, and chest area. Number 5. Feminism and female empowerment. In a world where a woman's beauty is often sold as a commodity used to sell everything from burgers to cars, choosing to cover oneself can surprisingly be seen as an act of rebellion. Many women choose to wear the hijab or head covering as an act of empowerment and taking back control of who they choose to share their beauty with. It also forces people to recognize them for their knowledge, skills, and abilities rather than their beauty, making a woman's character the quality of focus rather than their perceived sexual attractiveness. Number 4. Feeling protected. The hijab or head covering is universally recognized as a symbol that the wearer is likely a woman of faith and modesty, meaning that men can expect that a woman who covers will also hold herself highly accountable to her faith and commandments. It is a very clear sign to men that the wearer is not interested in being chatted up, harassed, or approached with advances. Of course, it is also understood that a woman's behavior must send the same message to back up the statement of wearing the hijab. Number 3. Convenience. For some women, the hijab or head covering is also a tool of convenience. For many women, the stress of having to style their hair and makeup every day is not realistic or manageable, depending on their day-to-day obligations. Rather than having to style one's hair just to look presentable in public, a woman can easily throw on her head covering and go about her business. For religious women, it can also be seen as a convenience because Muslim women, for example, must wear a hijab when praying. Since Muslims pray frequently throughout the day, it is much simpler for women during prayer time if they are already wearing their hijab in their daily life. Number 2. Confidence. Wearing the hijab or head covering gives a boost of confidence, just like some women feel their best when they're wearing their favorite shade of lipstick. Some women also feel a sense of confidence in wearing the perfectly paired hijab or headscarf with their outfit. Women take great care in how they wear and style their head coverings, with many adding jewels or decorative pins or even braiding or pleating techniques in the fabric of their head coverings. Indeed, a head covering or hijab can also be used as a fashion statement to complement an outfit, thus increasing pride and confidence in how a woman presents herself to others. It can also be used as an external declaration of faith. Number 1. Religious obligation. For many Muslim women, wearing hijab is seen as a religious obligation. The Quran instructs women to cover their heads and bodies, and many Muslim women choose to follow this instruction as a way to fulfill their religious duties. In addition, many Muslim communities and families may place pressure on women to wear hijab as a way to demonstrate their faith and adherence to religious teachings. In conclusion, the reasons why Muslim women choose to wear hijab are diverse and complex. Some choose to wear it as a way to express their religious obligations, while others see it as a cultural tradition or a political statement. For many, it is also a way to show respect for themselves and their bodies. Ultimately, the decision to wear hijab is a personal choice that each woman makes based on her own beliefs and values. By exploring and understanding these various reasons, we can gain a deeper appreciation for the diversity and complexity of Muslim women's experiences. Thank you for watching Epic Halo.